Hey everyone.
Hey guys, today I am going to talk to you about something that is so amazing and so affordable for your skin.
You'll see myths that have no basis in reality, and you have myths that start with a grain of truth and quickly mutate into something else entirely.
Many of you guys out there ask me about lotions and moisturizers. First of all, I don't really recommend them. I have had the experience that, really good high-end oils are gonna be the best bet.
Today I'm gonna help you to choose the right kind of oil for your skin condition.
And some of these can deliver more moisture than some of your most potent night creams.
In reality, the truth of the matter is plant oils and oils on their own are not fantastic moisturizers because they're unable to penetrate the skin barrier very deeply, and they're unable to form an occlusive barrier. Forming an occlusive barrier on the top layer of the skin is by definition one of the most important components of a moisturizer, because really what we're doing when we're trying to moisturize our skin is we're trying to prevent something called transepidermal water loss. That's essentially just evaporation of water out of our skin.
The oils that are higher in oleic acid than linoleic acid content, it is going to be a little bit greasy, thicker, heavier, but more nourishing and more moisturizing.
The oils in this category are high in oleic fatty acids, which means they're richer, they're more occlusive, so they're really good at sealing moisture into your skin.
Oleic acid can actually really disrupt the skin barrier and worsen transepidermal water loss and cause a lot of skin problems.
Olive oil provides the skin with antioxidant protection. It's loaded with nutrients and it's extremely moisturizing.
We now know that it's actually not very good moisturizer at all and not a very good oil to be using on the skin because of its high oleic acid content. And it's really been demonstrated in several small studies that application of olive oil to the skin actually worsens the skin barrier. So it's really not a good one.
Often oils are used as a part of a routine that is quite trend driven rather than being science based.
So you're looking for a natural or organic sunblock that's not packed with chemicals but is still effective? Then you've come to the right place. This DIY, do-it-yourself sunblock video from Sundance Vacations is going to keep you protected from the day-to-day sun.
No, don't do this. It might save some money in the short term, but do you know what costs even more? Skin cancer.
Today I'm going to show you how to make a homemade all-natural sunscreen.
1/4 cup of coconut oil, 1/2 cup of avocado oil, 1/4 cup of shea butter, and 2 tablespoons of zinc oxide.
Both of these sunscreen look even when you apply them, but when you look at them under a microscope, you can see the tiny holes where you'll get no protection. In fact, you can get worse than no protection because oils can increase UV damage.
We still have to mix in the part that makes it sunscreen, which is the zinc oxide. So this is non-nano zinc oxide, and this is the part that makes it SPF.
Cosmetic formulators consider sunscreen one of the most difficult products to formulate because changing almost any tiny thing will change the final SPF. There are a ton of factors to consider when making an effective sunscreen. There are whole textbooks written on it. Here are some of the other factors that will affect SPF. Distribution of the active in the sunscreen, interactions between different ingredients, the pH of the sunscreen, how the sunscreen's been mixed, how the sunscreen applies on skin, how the sunscreen dries on skin, separation and degradation on the skin, settling and degradation in the bottle over time.
So let's just put 2 tablespoons of this in the mixture because that'll give you about a 20 SPF rating.
There isn't a straightforward relationship between the amount of active ingredient and SPF. Zinc oxide requires industrial homogenizers, which are superpowered electric mixers, to spread the particles out. Shaking it in a jar or using an electric mixer won't cut it.
So I've been making this for several years, so I can tell you that it does work.
Sunburn mostly happens due to UVB, but UVA still causes cancer, pigmentation, and wrinkles. Even if you don't get burnt using a DIY sunscreen, you're potentially exposing yourself to some serious UVA damage that you won't know about until many years later. It's hard enough for cosmetic chemists to do it with industrial machines and proper emulsion systems and proper SPF testing, so the chance that you can do it at home with a jar of zinc powder or diaper cream is just minuscule. You shouldn't play lotto with your health like that.
Coconut oil is an excellent skin moisturizer. This all-natural, edible oil is inarguably the best moisturizer out there, and the only one you'd ever need.
It's a great oil for oil cleansing, acne, fine lines, chapped lips.
So as much as we love coconut oil, it's very popular. I really don't recommend using it on the face. So coconut oil is quite comedogenic, and that means that it can clog your pores.
This stuff is amazing, and this is not going to clog your pores. Actually, coconut oil has been said to heal acne. I have gotten tons of information on this online. I've done my research.
Coconut oil is not a great choice if you have acne.
When patients come into the office and they have a new onset of blackheads and whiteheads, my first question is, are you using coconut oil? And the answer is often yes.
Today we're going to be doing a DIY honey lemon facial mask.
Lemon juice is a very well-known skin brightener. It has natural bleaching and exfoliating properties.
It can help clear acne, it can help brighten your skin, it dries out pimples, minimizes your pores, relieves dryness, and also reduces redness.
Let's have a look at what's in a typical lemon. If we compare these percentages to what's in a formulated skincare product, you can see that the dose of these ingredients in our lemon juice is pretty low compared to in a properly formulated skincare product, apart from the citric acid. What this means is that you're not really getting enough of these ingredients on your skin through lemon juice to make a big difference.
The alpha hydroxy acids found in lemons make it a natural exfoliator. It helps even out the skin tone, and it just really brightens up the skin.
Using lemon on the face, lemon can be really drying and can actually be quite caustic to the skin. Further, citrus fruits can cause something we call phytophotodermatitis, and so they can sensitize the skin, causing inflammation and actually causing a really, really dark hyperpigmentation.
Another scary possible side effect is something called chemical leukoderma. This is when your skin gets depigmented. In other words, you get uneven areas of faded pigment. There's been a few reports in the literature of this chemical leukoderma. For example, one woman used a lemon toner for 3 months on her face. And so you can see the areas where there's been hypopigmentation, in other words, less pigment than there should be.
Who doesn't want radiant, glowing skin? I'm going to be showing you how to make a skin brightening toner that will not only give you a nice healthy glow, but it will also help to clear your skin and lighten acne scars.
This doesn't seem to be an allergic reaction, it's some sort of toxic reaction. And it could be partly because lemon juice has quite a low pH. In other words, it's very acidic. It has a pH of about 2.
Please be careful where you get your information from and be highly skeptical of home remedies.
Hi guys, so you will now learn how to live white and